f of x equals 2x plus 1 over x minus 1, rational equation. I want to find its inverse function. Remember, to find its inverse, I'm going to rewrite the equation as y equals 2x plus 1 over x minus 1. Mix the variable, or switch the variables out with each other. X equals 2y plus 1 over y minus 1. And now I'm going to solve for y. So I discovered now that my inverse function, y equals x plus 1 over x minus 2, and I'm just going to put it in inverse function notation. Now there's a couple observations I can determine by both of these things. Looking at my original function, I can determine its domain then is going to be all x's such that x does not equal 1. And likewise, the domain for my inverse function are going to be all x's such as x does not equal 2. Well, the thing about inverse functions is that the domain of my function is the same as the range of my inverse. And the domain of my inverse function is the same as the range of my function. So if this is the domain of my inverse, well then it's going to correspond or match up with the range, the y values of my function. Then likewise, the range of my inverse is going to correspond to the domain of my function. So x cannot equal 1, therefore y cannot equal 1. So I was able to find and determine the domain and range of both the functions and the inverse function by understanding that in this one-to-one relationship, the domain of a function corresponds or matches up with the range of my inverse function, and that the domain of my inverse function match ups or corresponds to the range of my function.